So you came from another district that was bigger, you said. Um, but here you lived in our neighborhood. I mean, actually, Phil Mengert lived 3 doors away from me, and you were just a street over. It can't be easy to raise your kids in the same place where you're the superintendent.
It was probably more difficult for my kids than for me, certainly, but I believed in living in the district I worked in.
Yeah. Well, it made a big difference. And Phil, we just had Chet Sadonik in here, and he talked about trying to cut his lawn some days, and the kids would come over, and it took him 5 hours to cut a little lawn because the kids were, you're at an impressionable age. And I think it was really important that you guys lived in the community. What did you find most difficult
Negotiations.
with the union?
Yeah, and negotiations by school districts just started when I got here, and at one point we came to loggerheads and couldn't agree, and the negotiations failed, and we ended up with the teachers took a vote on whether they're going to go on strike or not, and the vote was 50-50, and the OEA people, the state organization guys that were there, said you can't have a strike with only 50% approval. And I think I like working with teachers in some of the recreational things. We had a bowling league and we had a golf league, and I got to know teachers better through those organizations, those efforts, than my regular contacts. But I developed, I think, enough friendships with people on the staff that if they knew me, they voted for us.
Well, you knew them personally, and
Yes.
I will tell you, probably no fewer than 5 or 6 teachers that I've dealt with from our area said, you are an amazing superintendent. You are fair, you are involved, and it's not a surprise that you avoided a strike that way. I think there's trust.
I appreciate that statement you made in terms of because that's what I wanted to achieve.
Well, you did. You certainly, and you've left the legacy of the Education Foundation. You've left the legacy, you and Jack and Wayne, with the Alumni Foundation. Let alone a wonderful, I think we heard from the superintendent on Saturday at the induction ceremony. Bay High is rated the 6th best high school in the state.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. With over 1,000 high schools, it's pretty stunning legacy.